those today who do feel that call within their hearts to go beyond the personality reality, so to speak, I would tell people to trust in that call, because through that, through seeking truth, through coming to understand our own nature, through trusting that innermost voice of silence, and slowly learning to express our intrinsic reality, out into the physical, then what we see is that this is the process, the great alchemy, which we should all be engaging with in this time. Again, the transhumanists, what they call alchemy, so to speak, is a fallen, decrepit alchemy, which is engaged with synthetics and the form life, so to speak. But the true alchemy is that of blending our inner natures down here and reconnecting with the divine spirit itself. So for those people who find themselves trapped within an urban environment where they're unable to connect more subtly with nature or deeply with nature, that they still have their own innate reality from within, and as they unfold and trust in that, then that will reconnect them up. Of course, when we have the opportunity to spend time in nature, we should, and we should take time to sit in silence out there and slowly bring about a sense of sacredness and appreciation for every little thing around us, and really understand the laws of economy. This would be a first and foremost step in the right direction. That when we talk in terms of laws of economy, is that we only utilize things as we truly need them. The earth is not around us to satisfy our wants. It's there to slowly assist us in our true innate processes of awakening, and thus slowly gifting each other with the greater blessings of spirit. You see, when we come to understand that, we take only what we need. When we look at our modern civilization today, the masses of suburban houses and the urban centres, cities, and the luxuries of so-called the Western society, what we've really seen is that inherently, if we have stepped off that true economic law of only utilizing things for what we need, we step out into obtaining and looking outwards and identifying with the personality nature, taking only for self, trying to cushion the self, trying to affirm the self in our external environments through luxury, through vanity, through all these twistings of our true innate nature, so to speak. When we do that, of course will have a sickened society. You see, so really, I would have hoped that with the changes of the earth and with the ongoing, you could say, environmental problems and the awakening which is happening, is that more people would engage in letting go, undoing, taking less, really looking around and respecting every little gift that nature has to offer, because it's here for us, truly, in terms of spirit. You see, but what they've done is that they've shoved that aside and they've unleashed the beast, so to speak, inside themselves, and it's now constantly attaining for self, which is a security in this physicalized environment for the personality nature, which affirms its own nature, so that eventually they can no longer hear the innocent, sweet voice of life inside themselves. And in doing so, they fall deeper and deeper, and really you're calling out into the wilderness these days is because so many people, I can sit here and talk about reconnecting with life and love, divine love and nature itself, but people are so immersed in their everyday problems and realities that they're unable to really understand or hear. For them it's a nice thought, so to speak, what I'm saying, not realizing or not being able to actually integrate perhaps the potentiality of what I'm expressing through this talk today. You see, and the trouble is, once out from our personality natures we project out into our environment and affirm our realities in such a way as what we're doing collectively on the earth at this time, is that when we do that, is that we also come under deeper influence from external authorities. You see, people worry and they start to see this ever-growing oppressive reality existing around us. But they themselves are further disconnecting themselves from the inner reality and from nature and life itself. So in doing so, they don't really want to engage their true intelligence. They want others to think for them. They just want to go and feed themselves as much as possible. So of course, the mirror of life itself really reflects externally this ever-growing external authority constantly bearing down on us, trying to create its order. You know, and in terms of the soul, this would be almost antichrist. You see, because when we're working in with life and with our own innate natures, we are freeing ourselves from our material natures, from our form life, from our personality natures. We're coming to understand who and what we really are, which is not at this level of reality. But when we turn away from our intrinsic realities and from our spiritual nature and we engage the physical, so to speak, we become more and more lost and immersed in the maya, the illusion of this world, which enables certain entities and realities out there to gain dominance over us, you see. A lot of people, it's a sad fact that a lot of people think by immersing themselves in this materialistic society that they're gaining freedom. They're only gaining freedom from a personality angle to buy what they want. In the end, buying what they want is just stuffing themselves and holding on to the form process. They're not actually gaining anything, really. You know, it's that great fundamental reversal which is necessary to actually really engage with life processes to let go of the physical material reality and have life slowly work within us in that great alchemical process to draw us up to our true reality, and then we understand what life really is.